Yo, yo, Grand Rising, gods and goddesses. It's What the Fuck Wednesdays, WTF. We about to get into some shit. Mosey on in, share the room. For those who might listen later, share share whatever you listening at. Just share it to somebody. We all here in this human experience. We about to dive into some what the fuck today. What's up,
Yo, what's happening, fellas?
my guy? uh, Whenever DJ Crazy Man pop this show off, we gonna get it popping. Everybody go ahead and hit that share.
Just received an update.
It's the Think High crew. Yeah.
Just received an update.
Yeah. It's the Think High crew. What up?
Just received an
Yeah.
update.
It's the Think High crew, you know.
Just received an update.
It's the Think High crew. What up? It's the Think High crew. Yeah. It's the Think High crew. Yeah. 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 Think High crew.
No, I was just fucking with you. I wasn't talking.
I'm about to say.
I was just seeing if y'all was gonna be like, "No, I can't hear you, man."
I'm like, nah, nigga, you ain't say shit. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all.
What's up, everyone? It is WTF Wednesday, aka WINS Wednesday. If you've got money in the market, if you're selling, you're losing, so it wouldn't be a Wednesday for you. If you're holding tight, then you might come out on top, but who knows? You might end up at the bottom. There ain't no promises. All I know is in my experience of all this shit is when it goes down, that's not the time to sell.
Right.
You sell when it goes up. But
yes, sir.
But hey, you know what I mean? Some people's
But it's
got
the
money
vibe,
or
though. It's the
capital.
vibe of the day. If you like, this is May 1st. What is it? Is that supposed
May
to be
Day.
Yeah, it's May Day.
This
Like,
is May Day.
yeah.
It's May Day. May Day. It was going down. May Day. May Day.
Yeah.
That's for all the
it was going down,
usually.
but now we saying Mayday because now it's an emergency. You know what I mean? We're getting too close to the bottom now. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And
Like
if you look at like not necessarily United States, but it seems like it's starting to be that way. But like Europe, predominantly Europe, May Day kicks off the riot season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of weird that it seems like everything becomes a little hectic on May 1st.
It does seem like that. It seems like though, like it's all gets warmed up for the crazy summers. You know what I mean? That we used to hear about back in the day. Our grandparents or our parents used to tell me, man, that was the craziest. The summers get crazy, but you know what I mean. For Ohio and small cities like Canton, it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I did want to talk about what the fuck was going on with these fucking riots and these kids in these schools and what the fuck was really why is that circled back? This whole topic has circled back now. Um, shit, we just was about forgot about it again because of the Ukraine popped up again, and then Ukraine, looks like they got these three topics that they've been busting around. But other than that, behind the scenes, the money's flopping, the market's flopping, but the music industry is up year over year another 8%. Isn't that
Yep.
weird? You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like there's a lot of shit that we could be like, what the fuck is going on? Especially if you're looking at the
Yep.
financial thing. Just to add to your
If you want to
financial
know what's
things.
going on with the financial thing, all you got to do is know that that guy Jerome Powell, which is the Fed chair, speaks today, and every time he talks is some bullshit. This time we were all lied to, not
Yeah.
necessarily by the Fed, but by
Oh
all the
man.
big money,
Right.
the economists that told everybody there was going to be 6 rate cuts. Then that
Hmm.
got cut in half to 3, and now there's none, and they might hike the bitch again. And if that happens, the whole world will start going into what we hear about, what we really never experienced as adults, but hyperinflation. And if you
Right.
think it's expensive now, bro,
Oh
motherfucker, back
yeah.
a goddamn thing of bread might be $20.
Bruh. Bruh.
Especially the bread I buy, because I got to buy that gluten free shit, because my wife can't eat regular fucking
I
bread, so
feel
that
you, bro.
shit be expensive as a motherfucker, boy.
Yeah.
That goddamn
Well,
Pepperidge Farm fucking sourdough, bitch. That motherfucker hitting for about $8.99 right now for a loaf.
I told my youngest was
I be nibbling on that bitch. I don't
she
even eat a
was
whole piece.
she was learning about like the average incomes and shit like that. And she was asking like, how much are your average expenses every month, Dad? And I told her, and she's like, wow. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's hyperinflation right now. You know what I mean? She's like, what's that? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So you know what I actually started doing is trying to get AI to help me write children's book to help children from certain ages to understand, like middle school ages. Well, she's not middle school yet, but she
Just
reads
some
at a middle school
financial
level.
literacy, bro.
Yeah,
Just in
bro. Like
general.
I was like, man, we need to get on something. So that's like a side hustle that I'm about to start. It's just gonna be some dope ass children's books. It's gonna explain some shit uh that fucking people don't really get. You know what I mean? Like not too much the corruption side of it, but just to break it down to
Right.
them in layman's terms to how they can understand how it completely makes no sense. You know what I mean? That it's all just a,
Mm-hmm.
a game. Um but yeah, what the fuck Wednesday, man? Like it's been a fucking crazy ass fucking week so far. We've made it through to the hump day. So we should all be grateful for that. Some people didn't wake up today. Um, it's May Day. It's May 1st, 2024. And if we're gonna get into it right off top, since we only got about an hour to spend with y'all today, we'll break it down and I'll jump right into the numerology. Since it's the first, it would simplify the day to the one. It's gonna be a little bit more specific when you're dealing with Sybil. Shout out to Secret Energy and Seven Momar and them gentlemen and gods and goddesses over there for the creation of this benevolent AI, and we'll be able to compare it to some real shit, some shit that we fucked around and found out the day before, and we're saying what the fuck too. But the number one holds significant power across a lot of you know numerology, esoteric, astrology, metaphysics. The number one is ruled by the sun, obviously, which symbolizes the leadership and vitality and initiative. Those influenced by this number are often seen as pioneers, always ready to lead the way. They possess qualities and ambition of assertiveness and a strong drive to succeed. The energy of the sun brings forth a day of enhanced self awareness and personal power, making it an excellent time for starting new ventures and asserting one's individuality. The astrology behind the first falls under the sign of Taurus, the bull. Taurus in the earth sign is ruled by Venus, which emphasizes stability, pleasure, and persistence. The combination of the sun's leadership and Taurus's grounding energy suggests a balance between pioneering spirits and practical execution. Wow, that's crazy. And this is a day when you have you can effectively harness your creative energies to produce a tangible result. And then if you're going to go to the tarot, the number one is associated with the magician card. And the magician symbolizes manifestation, resourcefulness, and power, which indicates a time when you may have all of the tools and resources at your disposal to achieve your goals. And the presence, excuse me, of the magician and reinforces the theme of initiation and action, urging you to channel your inner potential and bring forth something new to the world. In metaphysically perspective, the number one is often associated with the beginning, unity, creation, force itself. One became two. It encourages individuality and the pioneering thought, but it also, in context of the universal energies, is marked by its potential for initiating new spiritual insights and a deeper self understanding. And today, a lot of shit happened today. May 1st is significant because it's a celebrated day as the International Workers' Day, Slavery Day, Labor's Day. I don't know, however you want to, say that. May Day also a day of international labor solidarity. This day has its roots in the labor union movement, specifically the 8-hour day movement, which fucked us. Which, excuse me, my opinion there, which advocated 8 hours for work, 8 hours for recreation, and 8 hours for rest. Additionally, made this so this so May, today is when they that's so fucking
That's why
crazy.
everybody protests on May Day because it's
Yeah,
the unions,
yep.
because Europe is made up of like a bunch of unions because there's so much socialist environment going on over there. So the unions push to protest, and I bet you if you look at the internet tonight, you'll see some motherfucking
Oh yeah, I can.
protests
I got a
over in
couple other
Europe.
things that happened on this day that will give you that same vibration. On the 30, or excuse me, on the 1st of May, 1931, it was the official opening of the Empire State Building, which it's an iconic architectural structure. Um, and in summary, though, May 1st, 2024 is a day I guess you we would say it'll be rich in the creation and manifestation energies, also practical application. It's a powerful time for starting new projects, asserting your individuality, and embracing your leadership qualities. The historical context of this day adds a layer of collective action and achievement, reminding us to use the power of unity and concerted effort in creating monumental results. And that would be the what up, Bruce Wayne? That'd be the numerology on today. What I also wanted to point out before we got all the way into the what the fuck was also on this day. That was 1886. The labor unions and the socialist organizations went on strike in the United States today, leading to the Haymarket Affair and eventually establishment of a Labor Day. 1927. Today, the Ford Model T, the first affordable automobile for the average American, is produced for the first time. 1941, the first cartoon character, Citizen Kane, debuted in the United States. 1960, on the 1st, the Soviet Union shoots down an American U-2 spy plane, leading to the U-2 crisis. And in 1994, the World Wide Web was born on this day. The first website going live at CERN, CERN. Oh my God. Well, that's a little bit of, what the fuck
Yeah,
happened in the
like
past on this day.
funny how nobody ever talks about that one.
No.
You know
I'm
what I
so
mean?
surprised, guys, because I'm not going to lie to you,
All
okay?
these fucking know-it-alls out here ain't never said nothing about no damn CERN and the internet first
Right.
website being for CERN. Like, what the fuck is really going on, man?
AI told
It's
me
like
that
it's
too.
like it's like the website, the first website directed was CERN's website to pull you into a different time zone or some shit. What the fuck is going on?
In
You see that
1994, the
picture
World
right there?
Wide Web was born. Yeah, with the first website going live at CERN, CERN. I don't know if it's the same CERN. I would have to do some more deep diving on if that was like CERN is where the first website went live at. You know what I mean? Which is crazy because if the first website went live at CERN, and CERN is the same place for where the particle collider was that are supposedly open up portals and shit. How do we know like the internet ain't just the connection to the ether? Maybe they just was like, oh, we found
Right.
out the ether plug, so we're just gonna plug it to the internet. We'll call it the internet. You know what I mean? Like, and then I don't know. Anyways, it's just some wild shit for you guys to think about that happened today, which maybe show why today is the way that it is. See how energy was going. What the fuck is going on in the United States at these colleges, is in all around the world with everybody protesting what's going on in the Middle East is getting pretty. It's getting pretty fucking crazy. And I know that I think that's where you was about to start with, but I do see that fucking picture with a pig on the nose on that dude's head. How the fuck that happened?
Well,
That
there.
ain't real.
So
That's
he
AI.
nah. He got he got into some type of accident and like the majority of his nose got cut off. And
Oh shit.
so these experimental scientists slash doctors in China have grown a fucking nose on this dude's forehead, and they're going to cut it off and try to plastic surgery it
I
back onto
told
his
you.
face.
I told you. I told you. No. Nuh-uh. That's AI, bro.
No, that's real. I
Bro.
just read the article.
I told you, bro. See, if it's real, then I knew this shit. Remember, I told you that if they got the technology with the MNR,
Hmm.
the
I remember
MNR,
about all that.
yeah, if they could tell your body to grow a nose on your forehead and then cut it off and put it on your face, did I
Yep.
fucking
Hmm.
create that? I didn't create that. But I said that shit, man. We gotta find that Twitter space or whatever fucking show it was, bro. We gotta find that,
Yep.
bro. I'm telling you,
Well,
bro. They
I
was
mean,
listening.
I'm just saying, if you
That
look at
shit,
it, like you could tell
bro.
they
I'm
didn't.
looking.
They
I'm
took. You
looking.
could tell they shaved area. They took some
Yeah.
skin, a skin graft right there from his head. They probably,
Oh my
man, come
god.
on, this dude got a nose on his forehead, bro. That shit's crazy. I might
I don't
just
mean
say
to
fuck
laugh.
it
I
and just
feel
have no nose.
bruh.
I mean, I don't know if I'm going through all that to be
I don't
honest
think
with
I'm
you.
going through. I mean, they probably paying this nigga though, right?
Gotta be, or shit. He might be a Uyghur. He might be enslaved
He might be. He might
because
be.
you know they're doing some crazy
What
shit over
the
there.
fuck,
Everybody acts
bro?
like, "Oh, you're being so mean to the Chinese people." It's like, dude, they do that kind of shit though. I mean, they being mean. It's just how the fuck
Right.
it
Yeah, you
is.
right, man. God damn, that shit got me fucked up. But at the same time, it's like, like I said, I'm like, man, eventually they'll be able to grow. You know what I mean? If they can make your body produce certain proteins and shit, like why wouldn't they be able to make your body, you know what I mean, grow an extra fucking nose? Like I don't, you know what I mean? Doesn't make it seem to me ain't no fucking difference. If they're able to message your RNA and your RNA is able to tell your RNA tells your DNA what to do. So if they can message your RNA and your RNA is like, oh yeah, hey DNA, put a nose right here. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, then you grow one. Like, get the fuck out of here. I mean,
Yep.
they probably
The
did some
article
crazy.
said that it was chosen to grow on his forehead so it would have the same texture as the skin on the face.
So
Because somebody was
did,
like, why didn't they just grow it on his
did they
back or
say
his stomach
exactly
or
the
arm?
technology? Like, did they say what kind of technology they use to do
Nah,
that?
it
Nah, yeah,
didn't.
of course not. Yeah, I just was wondering. Sometimes they tell you like
Yeah.
if it was gene therapy or some shit like that, or or stem cell research or some shit. Normally
Yeah,
they'll put that
man, you
kind of
know what I think is funny, man? And I mean, I
what
don't
up.
like, how we talk about all the stuff on here anyway about like Zionism and not
Yeah,
Zionism and all that shit. I
right.
think it's funny though, honestly. I really do think it's funny watching some of these videos and these people are like, "Oh, these Zionists came and they beat these college kids up." I'm like, "Well, first of all, these motherfuckers had the Jewish people blocked out of the fucking room, bro. You
Right,
couldn't even go
right,
into college. And then it's like this. It's like you think you're just gonna bully people around
right.
to the point to where they're not gonna come
All
back?
right, so
And then when they come back, then all of a sudden they're a Zionist. Like,
I
well,
think
then
we
what the
need to
fuck are
make this
y'all then?
distinction right now. So I need
They
everybody.
beat them motherfuckers up, boy. I'm
Right,
talking
right.
up.
Let let me make this distinction for both of us and for our show. We know that not all Zionists are Jewish people, and
No,
that our Jewish
the
people are
majority are probably
Zionists.
Christian or Catholic or fucking
Yes, the
Muslim. I
majority of
mean, come
Zionists
on.
are Christian Zionists. So let's just get this straight. We're going to make a disclaimer right now for this show and all previous shows or previous shows and prior shows after this. You know what I'm saying? Disclaimer, guys. We know that not all Jewish people are Zionists, or not all Judeo practicing religion people are Zionists. And we know that most Zionists, by the, I guess you wouldn't say by what AI. and the information that I research tells us most of them are Christian or Catholic Zionists rather than
Yep.
um, Jew Zionists.
Well,
So
think about this.
we can make that distinction now, so we can stop. You know, because when we say that shit, people probably be thinking we're thinking. You know what I mean? Because that's what's been the whole
Oh yeah,
confusion. You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's
Well, think
been the
about this: the
whole thing. You know?
Judean Christian values. You know, that's
Right.
Jewish and Christian, but Judea is actually what Jewish people used to be referred to during the Hitler era. Okay, but if you then think about this though, Judea is actually the one who declared war on Germany first.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Just go. I mean, go back to.
so like,
Yeah.
so why wasn't I taught that in school?
Because in school they wanted you to think that the czars of Russia were being racist to the Jewish community to build that narrative. It's all part of that
Hmm.
fucking narrative. Like somebody got to our history books way before we could. You know
And
what I mean?
during that time is when the Judea Christian came about.
Yeah.
The Judean Christian values or
Yep.
values, sorry, became a thing. Before that, it was not a thing.
Well, that's why they won't let these cats have. You can't have a blood test in Israel because if you blood tested people, you'll show that 80% of the people who are in Gaza are actually have Semitic blood, and then that only 4% of the people who are occupying Israel actually have Semitic blood because most of them are converts from
That's probably the
Poland
same
and
reason why you
shit
can't
like
find
that.
out your blood. You can't find out your
Yeah,
blood type in the United States of
for,
America unless you
oh,
go do
for
it yourself.
sure. Well, people, a lot of people think that when they give their blood or whatever they do for their ancestry.com and all them places that they're actually getting an accurate depiction of where they're actually from. You know what I mean? But that's not the truth. Like we would literally need like six of our grandparents to be able to six grandmothers. You would need them. Most of us don't have six fucking grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't go back six generations to get DNA from every last one of our grandparents or have at least the records on hand. You know what I mean? From
And
six generations ago.
even with that, they don't even take your blood. They just make you swab your mouth.
Yeah, and then so it's like, and then you have to think, man. You had to have eight fucking grandparents basically for you to fucking exist. So like, there's a lot of work that goes into actually finding out your fucking lineage, and the way that they fucked it up was through the paperwork as well. Because since you can't, it's hard to go back with the DNA six generations. A lot of the people were just documenting their family trees and shit. So then, they got into that. They basically invested money into, becoming a part of people's fucking goddamn religions and cultures. Like, hey, well,
Mm,
shit, you know what I mean? Like, let me just pay and I'll be an Indian. They called them $5 Indians. Hey, can I pay you $5 and be written on your registry? Yeah, sure.
exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit.
I
Come on. If somebody asked you, "Hey, bro, could you write me in on your family tree for fucking $5 million?" You'd be like, "Hell yeah, sure."
yeah,
I mean, think
because
about
I
it.
want my family to be not racist 5 generations from now. You know what I mean?
Right?
5 generations from now, I
Yeah.
want to be considered indigenous and not racist. So,
Right.
and you know
Yeah.
what? Only the influential families do stuff like that because they know eventually some shit like that's going to pop up.
You get on my
You
fucking
know?
nerves with how you say shit sometimes, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who gets that fucking humor, but to me, yeah, because I don't want to be racist 5 generations.
Yeah. And then so think about this, right? So it's like if you in the 1700s, if you were like, look, we need to get our family tree involved with some people in this land over here because
Yeah,
eventually we're going to take that bitch. We're going to
yeah.
go there and we want to be able to be not the
We
problem.
want to, right? We want to be able to trick everybody
So
else who's indigenous to that
who
land
thinks
out
that
of
far
their
ahead?
land,
Is it like
bruh.
is it people thinking that far ahead because they know they're going to
What
come
the
back
fuck?
here and they're going to have to live it over?
I mean, it's like I guess that's why I know. I guess that things are just way more than what the fuck it seems to be. I mean, for the simple fact that who, like you
Do
said, who
people really
plans that
care
fucking? Yeah.
what their family tree is going to be like fucking
Well,
400 years from now?
you know what? You know
You know
what?
what I'm saying? I mean,
Wait,
god
wait,
damn, like
wait.
what? Like
And see, and that's the thing, right? I think that that was another trick. If we go back and we look, right, that's always been a thing, right? When has it not been a thing? Your lineage, your legacy, your family legacy, your last name. You know what I
mhm.
mean? The power that it carries. When has that not been the goal, right? I think that they started tricking people out of that shit, you know, a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like they started making people think like, oh no, the goal isn't to create a good legacy, it's just to get rich. You know what I mean? Like, and just trick people out of that. You know what I mean? That way, their families would always be the families holding all the fucking legacy of the whole fucking world. So, like, no
Yep.
matter what fucking ever happened, they're part of each and every legacy. The inventions of the car and all of that shit because they were able to keep everybody else family
Yep.
legacy as workers or warriors.
Well,
You mean?
because
But
when you hear about a group of, 13, I'll just say that because that's what, 13 different families still run the world. It's like, what?
I,
Really?
I know, and then a
How
lot
many
of people
damn
like to
kids do they have? They all smart like that? They all bad as fuck? They all.
nah, they
And
all
it's
go
like,
to
or is it just the same motherfuckers coming back over and
it.
over?
It could be. It could be. I mean, when you think about
I mean,
the
like we was talking about yesterday, bro.
yeah,
Honestly,
okay.
any human being that wakes up this morning and says they know for a hundred
Oh
percent
God.
fact that AI is not controlling the world, then they're a liar because you
I
do
get you,
not
man.
know for a fact.
Right.
It sounds pretty damn
Wait. Do
outlandish,
you,
but
I mean, no, it don't. I mean, it just sounds. I mean, you say the shit that make people be like, man. Then what's the meaning?
man, no, that's stupid, man. That's
Well,
stupid.
cause makes
AI ain't
people
running shit,
they
bitch.
ain't
How you
gonna
know?
they lose meaning. You know what I mean? Like, and it's crazy. It's they lose meaning because I even heard the one dude, the top G dude, said that like, if you can't be an authentic, original human, then you're gonna get replaced by AI because you're just a copycat of somebody
Of
else, of
something else
something else.
that's already
You know what I
been.
mean? And I mean, even though I don't really agree with everything this nigga
I don't
says,
even like
sometimes
him.
he,
I'd
man,
kickbox his ass. I swear to God, I
I
would. The bitch might beat me, but I'm
don't.
gonna get on that
But
motherfucker. I
but
promise you.
I but I
Cause I
can't
don't, I
lie.
don't think he, I don't think he, you know what I'm saying. He can do all that
Yeah.
sparring he wants to, but bitch, they ain't hitting you back though.
Listen, I completely agree with you, bro. And like I
And
said,
he
I'm not really a
also,
big
the dude
fan to the
said, if
dude.
you like, he said, if you like having sex with a woman for any other reason than to
Ah!
have a kid, then you're gay if you do it because it feels good. I'm like, man,
Ah!
you crazy as fuck, bro.
Ah!
How
Huh,
many kids you got?
he must not know about tantric sex. He must not know about how the creation or manifestation
The
of
fuck you jack
things
off
die.
for then?
Oh my
Because it
gosh, bro.
feels good.
Yeah. So
Anybody that
many.
sits there and says, "Oh, I only have sex to have kids. I don't do it because it feels good." You're like, man, get on, boy. You crazy as fuck, boy. You stupid. That don't even sound right.
But wait though, even the jackass is right every now and then, like I said, and he made a good point about it. You know what I mean about what he uh I even just forgot what the fuck I said. He said you got me. He did say some crazy shit like that though. Yeah, so he doesn't make sense. But we know people like him exist, like William Carson, where he'll say some straight
Hmm.
profound dope shit, and then people will be like, "Oh yeah," because they could relate to it and understand how much truth it has. But then at the same time, be a complete fucking
Well,
fuckboy.
they're on both spectrums. Like,
Yeah,
so
because it's
Andrew
duality.
Top Dog,
Yeah,
right? This motherfucker
yeah.
will tell you that that whole thing about you should only be any man that's 40 years old that doesn't have 6 kids is a loser. And the only reason you should have sex is to have kids, not because it feels good. But at the same time, he's got a fucking streaming site with a bunch of naked chicks all up in the
Ah,
shower and shit. And it's like,
I know,
so
right?
people watching that to learn how to have kids, bitch? No, like.
Right, right.
And then Billy Carson,
Absolutely.
he'll tell you this over here, and then he'll be over here
Hmm.
scamming the motherfucker though.
Yeah, yep. He'll tell you, oh yeah, let's he'll have you spend all this money to go on a tour with him to Egypt when you could fucking spend probably a third of that and do it yourself. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Just to convince you, oh, I got some knowledge that you got. The knowledge that I got is forbidden. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The shit that I got a secret. I mean, that's the one thing that I don't really agree with a lot of these fucking gurus and all of the messages when it comes to that shit. It just be, just another, uh,
That's another excuse you cut out.
yeah. No, I'm sorry. Somebody was trying to call me. Yeah, just
But
another distraction from
yeah,
yourself is
exactly.
how I see
Well,
it.
I was just gonna bring this up real quick, and then I guess we can get into some more what the fuck different subjects. But I
Okay.
think also that I don't know if it's intentional or not, whatever. But the whole colleges being, crazy at this point, I'm not gonna get on nobody's side because I'm not on nobody's side.
Right.
But I believe that is a huge distraction from the actual thing that was
Right.
supposed to be happening. And then also, why haven't we seen any war footage from Ukraine? And why haven't we seen any footage from Gaza except for showing kids hungry? And that sounds like, I mean, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, think
Yeah, I
about it. Like,
understand.
that we ain't seen no. So we
Same
got to
thing
send
with
money over
Ukraine.
there,
Right.
but we can't see no proof.
Yeah. Same thing like with Ukraine too. We
Oh,
ain't seen
100% Ukraine. Yeah, I said
we ain't
that the
seen
first. Yeah,
shit.
why ain't we seeing nothing from Ukraine? We seen
Right.
some buildings toppled over, but everybody knows that 2002 to 2012, everybody should know that they had a goddamn revolution over there, and
Yeah.
it went the fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's
so all that footage could be just from then. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
it's nuts that you say that because that was a part of a what the fuck that I had lined up today too. I had was literally looking for. My gosh, some people can't take a fucking hint. You know what I mean? Sorry about that. Um, I found a string of videos where people were asking the same exact fucking thing and they were trying to find it, and like, there's no fucking footage that people can find of any of that Ukraine or actual battle footage of, you know what I mean? Like, we've seen like those the drone ones where, like, they're kind of blowing shit up, but it's like
Oh, what is
even
that? Is that could be a
yeah,
video game? I mean,
it
honestly,
could be.
that could be some Call of Duty shit. I mean, it looks just
You're
like it.
absolutely right. I mean, and the wild shit about it is like, when you dive into subjects like that, you find out that you Google Maps, try to find Palestine when you Google Maps, it's gone now. Like,
Yeah.
and then like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird shit that surrounds that. You know what I mean? It's like there's no footage, there's no. I mean, because they were selling whole VHS tapes of World War I and II footage.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? Like, we be up late. You know what I'm saying? We be up
Yep.
late at night, fucking, and that infomercial comes on. I'm like, get your revised VHS footage of World
Shit,
War
you can go
II.
on Netflix and see them things in color now. You know what I mean? Like,
They
damn. See,
used to
somebody.
sell the tapes, my nigga. Like, and nowadays we got all this technology. You're absolutely right. That is a fucking great fucking question. If anybody has any footage or can point us to where some footage is at, please just leave it in the comments or share us or hit the fucking goddamn inboxes, www.thinkhotcrew.com. Let us know something. Cause I haven't found any.
You know what else I think I find just kind of it's like setup ish is every time they show you them little scenes, or every time you see those little scenes of when Hamas attacked or did a terrorist attack or whatever you want to call it against Israel, it was so far south or west or north, whatever you want to call it, that it was way away from like Israel. Actually, it was just way out in the middle of nowhere, and it was like they came down on hang gliders and shit, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
stuff like that, bro. It's just like really.
Yeah.
So anyway, they show you the people kidnapped or whatever you want to call it,
The
taken prisoner, whatever
hostages. Yeah.
hostages, and all the crowd has got a phone, and they're all like recording or all the like looking
Mm-hmm.
into the phone, talking like they're posting it on their social media, and I'm like, what the fuck is really going on here, man? Like, You got people out
bro.
in the middle of the goddamn desert,
Did
but they're
really
trying to get on. Like what?
did we really forget? Did like I understand your frustration when it comes to that too, because did we really forget how like these motherfuckers was hiring crisis actors? Like, did that like just disappear? Like, do we just think that that shit just is non-existent anymore? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how we went from understanding like the whole community as a whole world. We understood that there was orchestrated bullshit happening that was happening by the powers that be, and we had it on camera and videotape. But
You
now,
know,
like you said, we act like the shit is not still, you know what I mean? Like, how does that happen that people are making posts like, oh my
it's like
God, Hamas is
why
attacking?
why are some videos on social media real and some are not?
But the babies and then the 100 babies with the 100 heads, 100 baby heads cut off. Like I feel you, bro. Like all of that shit was fake. All that shit was
Hmm.
nobody showed us no baby heads, nothing. No
Or what
offense, like I
about
wanted to see it,
we
but
could go back in a little bit, not you don't got to go back far. But we go back in
right,
time a little bit to where when ISIS was cutting people's heads off and setting them on fire and all this shit on video.
truth,
And
truth.
it's like I'm not saying it was not real, but all
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying is how the fuck do you know it's real?
Right,
So I'm not saying not to believe something or to
right,
believe it, but I'm just like, how do you, other than somebody telling you what it is, how do you determine for yourself if you believe something or not?
right.
And or do some people not even fucking think like that? They don't have an inner
Yeah,
monologue, so they're just like, oh
yeah.
yeah, that's what's happening. There's a war over there. Yeah.
Man, but it's so much deeper than that. Like it's so much deeper than just like a war going over there. Like this shit goes back to like you remember Nixon? Like I watched an interview, right? It's so this shit takes me back. Like I watched an interview with Nixon and he was talking about how the Jewish community of Israel has gained too much political power. And he's like the problem that they have with him is that he only goes with Israel and the Jewish community when it benefits America first, and that's why they got his ass out of there. And that's what allegedly. But I watched this whole interview, and that's basically what the person who was doing the interview with Nixon, I guess, was trying to prove that there was a group of Jewish Americans, you know what I mean, Christian, Catholic Jewish Americans who were basically all lobbyists, inside of the American government to control the Senate and in the House and even the president. You know what I mean? And we've talked about, like I said, how APAC still hasn't registered as a foreign agency. Um, and that's because they feel like America is the Holy Land, for real, for real. So like when they got that Israel set up over there, I don't understand like I think is really just like a money pit right now, or a way that they can. I don't know what why it was developed.
It's a
You know
good
what I
way
mean?
to try
Because
to
wait,
stir up bullshit and or
yeah,
control the
because
area
what
too. You know,
my whole thing is this,
there's a
right?
lot of
So
money
if
there, a lot of oil.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I agree with that part. And it's strategic, you know what I mean, when it comes to that. But it's like, why would you invest as much, even more money into that than your own quote unquote what you claim to be your holy land? You know what I mean?
Right.
So like if they feel that America is really the holy land, right? Like why set up this you know separate entity over here and call it Israel and do but you send all your best and brightest people over here to the United States to lobby and to pay and to force basically our politicians, not really force because they could say no, but our politicians act accordingly. And then when a president doesn't act accordingly, now he's a scandal. Now, you know what I mean? Nixon, oh, he's a scandal. You know what I mean? Like, and Nixon, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people liked him because they reminded him of Trump on the low. But
It could go back to the whole Judean Christian values.
yeah, it
You know,
could.
that could be a big ass cult, honestly.
Yeah, because like, what the fuck? Because like you said, and just to go back to what you were pointing out with it, like we don't got any footage. All it is based on what somebody is telling us it is. You know what I mean? And how many times has that been, wrong? Like we can just
Right.
point out over and over and over and over and over again. No babies, no hunter babies was proven. None of this was proven. None of the anti-Semitic acts towards the state of Israel has been proven that these people actually did that to them. But for some reason, we can find heli proof of the shit that Israel's done. You know what I'm saying? To the people, the indigenous people of that land, and that's what's I guess like you said to point out the wild fact. But when if they're controlling all the banks and all of the fucking money and all of the governments and politicians because they're nothing but greedy pigs, then it would make sense to why they could sit over here in America, have some bullshit going on other side of the fucking world, and let this place fall to shit because they don't really give a fuck about the actual indigenous people of this land, just like they didn't care about the indigenous people of Palestine.
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares about anybody's indigenous
Right.
label. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
just think about it. Because you could go to South America and see that people don't. You go to China or Asia.
Yeah.
If you go to like the area that the Soviet Union was at, the minority didn't give a fuck about the majority of or the
Right.
Slav. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
Slavs were
yeah.
enslaved by people that weren't from there. Vikings weren't from that area. They came in there because they were paid by the people.
Oop, I lost you. You there? Paid by people. Ooh, I lost you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Just, re- just, just received an update.
There go the music. Yeah, I can hear that. Did you get up and walk away? It's Mayday, Mayday. Co-pilot is down right now. Ladies and gentlemen, gods and goddesses. Yeah.
Logos on the track.
Yeah, I can't hear you. Yeah, I can't hear you. You there? It's all good. We only had about 15 minutes left in the show, anyways. We're experiencing some technical difficulties at the moment.
Can you hear me?
You on your phone? Yeah, I can hear you now through your phone.
I don't know what happened. Okay, so anyway, sorry about the pause.
Sorry about the pause. Sorry about the pause. Did y'all know that ISIS, Israel Secret Intelligence Services, like it was literally an American Free Press, Greater Israel, 1982, planned for Middle East empire aided by ISIS. So ISIS was really the Israeli Secret Intelligence Services. But then when who was in office? Was it Obama? And it was the enemy that they was fighting over there.
Right. That's why, you know what? I think that's why Obama was always saying ISIL. A motherfucker wasn't trying to get caught saying that shit that was, you know what I mean? Because he was
Yeah.
always saying ISIL. Bitch, it was ISIS. What the hell are you talking about?
Right. So like it was an actual thing, which is crazy as fuck. You know what I mean? So it's
Well,
like
so was Al Qaeda.
right,
When
right,
Russia hit Afghanistan first, the United States came in to help, but the CIA created Al Qaeda to fight against Russia as a proxy war, just like the United States is doing with Ukraine against Russia. So the United States wouldn't be in the headlines as going to war with Russia, and or so Russia couldn't prove that the United States had a hand in it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Al Qaeda is bad. Like, what
Right.
the fuck, man?
Yep.
Come on
Yep.
now.
Eh, You do ask that. That's a great fucking question because like when we were talking about like what the fucks and what the fuck was going on, like they literally had newspapers. So like the shit be fucking me up because like it makes me laugh, but it be fucking me up because it's like the shit. I seen a meme. I guess the meme described it best. He said America is the only government that will tell you, no, we didn't do this, we didn't do that, we would never do nothing like that. And then 20 years later, a document is released that says, yeah, we fucking did it, and what the fuck you gonna do about it?
Right. It's like,
Like,
well,
that's it, like every time, bro.
they
Every
did
time.
that. The people that were in office back then. But it's like, but Congress writes the fucking laws, and some of these people have been in Congress 34 years,
Oh
bro.
my gosh. Since my mom worked for the FBI, there's been like Biden has been in the office. You understand that? Like that shit is crazy. My mom was a college student working. I got getting out of college. You know what I mean? Affirmative action. She starts working for the FBI. Biden is working in the fucking.
Yep. Well, bro, think about this, man. So look,
Yeah.
all right, so it's kind of, I guess it's kind of hard for people to take in that all of this stuff we're talking about, if you look at it, if you go from 1980 until now,
Mm-hmm.
that's just as long as from 1980 to World War One,
Mm.
or I'm sorry, World War Two.
Yeah.
So like all the shit that happened from in World War Two, do we actually believe it's all real
Right.
like it's been told to us? Because
Nah,
we
bro.
see all the bullshit going on from 2000 or from
Shit, bro.
1980s to now. It's like, whoa, man.
Right. Like, I don't. I okay. And I'm gonna answer your
And
question
then
too,
our
Bruce.
generation is dead in the middle of that.
Yeah, and you know what I was going? No, but I think that it's been a play. It's been a play on wheels, maybe since uh Kennedy, maybe. I don't know. I I don't know. Don't take my word for it when I say that. But I think if you might we might even be able to go like that far back.
Well,
Because
like Bruce Wayne just said, does anybody believe we got Osama in the middle of the
no,
night, cut his head
no,
off?
no, because
No.
Obama Sotoro is CIA old money. Barry Santoro, Sotoro, wherever the heck Obama's real
Yep.
name is, he's old CIA money. They got pictures of him and Osama bin Laden with that man. People
Well,
talking about
you
that
know
that
what
was
you could do
Photoshop.
too?
Get the fuck out of here.
Google, you should find out, people in general should find out how many people are actually usually in a SEAL team.
Right,
Why is it called SEAL Team 6? I know it doesn't mean that there's 6 people, or maybe it does.
right,
But is there a team of a SEAL team that has 13? Because if not, then this total bullshit that the SEAL team crashed in a helicopter and there was 13 of them in there
right.
that supposedly went and got Osama bin Laden from an encampment in what, Pakistan or some shit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then dumped his body. Like, what the fuck do you mean? The most wanted man in the world, you dump his body in the ocean before you
Yeah.
bring him back here for
It's
what?
been a fucking
And then
it's
if you're
been
gonna do that, why the fuck you tell anybody about it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just
My
see that don't
but
even
like
make sense,
my
bro.
my
It's like
question is my
if
question
that
is
was a hit,
where do they find these characters at? Like where do they find the people to play the role? Like are these people playing the role willingly or are
right?
they unwillingly, playing this role in this great immaculate scheme to trick billions of people in the fucking fear? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're right. 13 is a righteous number of righteous men, Bruce. But to me, that's what it makes me ask, because you're giving like straight shit that people, we used to talk about this. You know what I mean? Like we used to fucking, like, even back in the day when like 9/11 first happened, like we used to talk about all the possibilities that was going on, and then it was like somewhere in there, man, something happened, bro. A switch was hit in everybody's brain, because nobody remembers all of the evidence. Like, we had to reprove. Doesn't it feel like we had to reprove that 9/11 was
Mhm.
an inside job? Why did that have to
Because
be
it's the
reproven?
younger generations that grew up not, like certain people were born. Think about it, bro. There's
Yeah,
motherfuckers
bro.
that was born in on September,
11th, right? I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
in
Yeah,
that same year 2001,
right,
that are now how old? 20
right,
something years old.
right, right. Damn, that's why I feel like Groundhog Day with that. You know what I mean? Like, I've had people like been like, "What are you talking about? I've never heard that before." I'm like, "Holy shit!" And then you go and you look on the internet, and all of the information that used to be there, it's gone or scrubbed, or it's like fucking so deep within the fucking search that, you know what I mean, it's gonna take you an hour or two just to
Right.
find all
So
of the shit that we, yeah.
check this out real quick. I just so
Yeah.
I just asked Grok about the SEAL team thing, and it says um, SEAL team. A typical SEAL team has an officer in charge, usually a lieutenant, a platoon chief, and two squads commanded by lieutenant, squad leader, blah blah blah. Right, so it's not all that important, but with two to four task units containing a total of 8 platoons, and a support staff is approximately 300 personnel. So that's just people that's on the radio, on the phone, whatever, support.
Hmm.
So to answer the question, it says a baby SEAL team, as in group of baby SEALs, can vary in size. I'm fucking with y'all, man. But no. So on the Grok does not say anything about the
Hell
number
no.
13 and a SEAL team
But why
or
would it
six.
though, man?
So think about it. Like, for there to be 13 Navy SEALs in one helicopter that goes down, and them supposedly just so happen to be the people that were involved in Osama bin Laden, and then the major guy, they make a movie out of him, and he dies from a shooting range accident from a little girl. I
Oh
just
man.
this don't make sense,
But
man.
it does though. It's a
It
movie.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, like if we watching a movie, it would, wouldn't it? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It would make perfect sense that, you know what I mean, that shit happened. If you're watching a movie and you're talking about the way Martin Luther King died, the way Tupac died, nigga, let's talk about the way JFK died, the way, you know what I mean? Like, if we're looking at it objectively, from like, all right, this is just the movie you called the United States of America, right? And we're watching this
Hmm.
movie. If we looked at it objectively, all of that shit looks like, the way that it happens is like a fucking evil fucking, like a fucking action film, like the fucking simplest fucking action film, where there's a beginning, a plot, a twist at the end, you know what I mean?
Well,
And
well, here's the
it's like
script right here. Look, I'm gonna read the script. Is very simple, and then you can
okay.
expand, and you can just imagination can start flowing. But SEAL Team 6, officially known as Naval Special Warfare Development Group, is a highly specialized and elite U.S. military special missions unit. It was initially commissioned in November 1980 and became operational just 6 months later. The unit is comprised of Navy SEALs, sea, air, and land forces, and it is renowned for its direct action, counterterrorism, and special reconnaissance operations. One of the most notable operations carried out by SEAL Team 6 was the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound in Pakistan, 2011. This operation resulted in the death of the Al Qaeda leader and was a significant victory for the U.S. in its war against terrorism. The unit's operational history also includes the rescue of Jessica Buchanan and Paul Hagen. It was 2012, the attempted rescue from I don't know, man. We don't got to go into all this, but anyway, there was a Haitian situation. I don't know if everybody remembers that, but
Yeah.
so these people were kidnapped in 1991 during a coup in Haiti. Yep,
Yeah.
there's been other coups, not just this one recently, folks. It's a
Yes.
fucking revolving door. It's always happening.
Yep.
But so this happened in 91, and then 2010 and 2012, there was these people that were rescued by SEAL Team 6. Short
Right.
story. And the selection and training process for SEAL Team 6 is rigorous, obviously. So basically, in the
these
SEAL Team
motherfuckers are
6,
just
there's
ghosts.
nothing about 13, though,
Right.
except when there's some shit that goes on and some symbolism has to be put in there.
Right.
And I honestly believe that when they put 33, 13, 6, 3, all that type of shit, like 9, all that in there, I honestly believe it's people, one side communicating to another side, being like, got you, bitch.
Yeah, I think so too. Like a
Because
code
why
for
was it 13 Marines that died in Afghanistan when this past a couple 2 years ago when the United States, or a year ago when the United States was pulling out of Afghanistan, and they showed us that fake ass airplane with all
yeah.
them people running inside it and
Yeah,
shit.
with the fucking the blow up plane.
Yeah, that's a fake plane, bro. Think about it. Think
Oh
about
my
the picture they
god.
showed. Like
Bro,
we
I
forget
know.
about this shit so much, but they showed us a picture of people in that plane standing up, looking up, right at the camera. Now, when that plane took off, all them people would have been fucked up, dead, or hurt because they would have
Yep.
fell on top of each other when the plane took off.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense. Things don't happen like that. When a cargo plane has the cargo strapped down, you don't just fly around with people
Oh
standing in there.
shit. Yeah,
That
you're
was a
right.
fake ass plane, and that 13, it kind of just like, this was a setup. 13. Here you go.
Yeah. Well, and
Every
that's it.
time the
and
13,
that's
13,
that's
please.
basically the biggest, the biggest what the fuck is always like. So what the fuck or who the fuck, like you said, who the fuck or what the fuck has been planning this for so fucking long? Like, you know what I mean? Like, has somebody, like, it seems so well orchestrated. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
it seemed maybe it's or some the chaos is way too organized for it not to be orchestrated, and then you think about shit. If you had all the money in the world, what else would you do? So, I mean, not people like
exactly.
us, but you know what I mean, like other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like if you had all the money in the world already, you've already bought everything you've ever wanted. You've had every experience that there is to fucking have across the quote unquote globe or flat Earth there is. You've seen all the wonders. You've fucking, you know, did all the dopest shit ever. Like, what do you do now? You done fucked all the baddest bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do now? You know what I mean? Like, and that's what these people are a group of. Like, these are a group of people who have just
And
already already beat the Monopoly game.
yeah, I mean, like these people they might be so evolved, bro, that they might not even be into sex. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know that that's true or not, but like they're trying to push the agenda for there to be one type of person that could be both sex. And then when you get into that, it's like, well, that's a little bit
What
of an
the
introduction to
fuck?
transhumanism.
Yeah, and
So it's like, are
yeah,
these people even interested in that type of shit? Or are they just like trying to make humanity go into one direction?
right.
And then it's like, are they doing it for money? Is it just for power? Is it because, like you said, they've got all the power, the money that they need? They're just trying to fuck shit up or change shit how they want it. I mean, there's so many different fucking questions to ask. And so to me, when somebody tells you to look at a 30-second video and to tell you a whole narrative of everything that's going on in that little video, that's just a form of brainwashing to me or something like
Yeah,
that.
no, I
Because
can agree with that.
how can you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I honestly know that there was even a riot at a college last night if I wasn't
Right,
there?
right.
Because AI and the videos and the way that people can do CGI and shit
Mm-hmm.
is so good now. They do movies that look
Bro,
just like that, bro.
Bro, I seen a meme that said that the basically the film industry was throwing away all the actors like Andy did his old toys. because of and they got AI, and he was like, all right, I'm done playing with you with the actors now, because like we was explaining yesterday, we fucked around and found out how capable AI is. Is like you could create an author. This dude was just an author. He wasn't, you know what I mean? He's somebody with a little bit of money. Dude's an author with a little bit of money, able to create himself an AI assistant that read all of his books so it can mimic him in his thought process, and it's his complete AI assistant. And he
Right.
interviewed his AI assistant, and his assistant interviewed him back. So you're talking about if that's and they were sitting side by side. You know what I'm saying? So you're looking at it like, oh shit, these niggas is one of them's but one of them isn't real.
Mm-hmm. Hey, so Bruce Wayne,
Oh,
fuck, says Stormy Daniels is lucky she was fucking a Trump, not a Kennedy. Because I agree, man. And you know what? I also saw this video, and I'm sure people know what I'm talking about, but it's when um I forgot the event. I think it was like some kind of dinner or some shit for the White House or whatever. One of them fucking rituals they do, right? And anyway, they had Kennedy in the crowd, and they had Marilyn Monroe come up on stage on the
happy
microphone
birthday
and
shit.
sing him. Yeah. Now, right before she got up there, it took her like a little while to get up to the stage. She was backstage. She might have been back there powdering her nose or snorting some powder, same thing, taking a shot of something, or she might have been being talked to because she was extremely fucked up. You could tell, right? But what's weird is right when she got up to the podium, the person that was introducing her made a comment that basically she was going to be killed. But the way he said it, you can't prove that that's what he was saying. And I'm going to find that fucking clip and we'll play that shit because it's free. You can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we'll play that shit on the next show, Friday, a matter of fact. And if I could find it right now, I would, but I don't think I can find it. But what the dude says, bro, when me and my wife watched that shit, and we wasn't even watching it for that. I was just watching it because me and her went down this hole of Marilyn Monroe, right? And I was looking at all the shit, and I was like, like damn, like she was really extremely popular and fucking the president, and everybody knew about this shit, bro. Everybody knew it, and he was married. Like everybody knew about this shit, but no, but it was all good. Like everybody knew Bill Clinton was doing what's his name, what with Monica Lewinsky. Do I doubt that Trump had something going on with Stormy Daniels? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he did all that shit that she says, but that ain't illegal. You know what I mean? So I don't know why they up in the courtroom for it,
Yeah.
but um, what the dude says, bro, like he straight up, and she even pauses and kind of looks like, oh, that wasn't funny. You know what I mean? That kind of whatever. But I'm not sure how long after that, but it was not very long after that she quote unquote overdosed. Now I'm not saying she didn't overdose, but I'm not saying that maybe she thought she was taking something in her pill bottle and maybe she took something else, or maybe she was partying with somebody and they slipped something in her drink, or maybe there was a CIA agent that was like, "Hey, we got to shut this bitch up, man, because Jack Kennedy done told her some shit, and she's up here fucked up, blabbing off at the mouth. We got to shut her ass up."
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I'm just throwing it out there. Who the fuck knows, right? But it's real crazy how she's dead, he's dead, his brother's dead. It's a lot going on with the Kennedys, but still to this day, if you go buy some liquor, the Kennedys get
Oh
money off of
yeah.
it.
Facts. Big
If
facts.
you have a restaurant or a bar or a store and you apply for a liquor license and you get applied, when you pay that money, a portion of that money goes to the
Well, I
Kennedys.
mean,
When you go to the liquor
you see,
store and
old
buy it,
boy,
you know what I
right?
mean?
What's his name? That's running for president, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. he on it too. You know what I mean? He get a nice check from that too. You know what I mean? Like,
Fuck yeah, all the Kennedys, the
and
Kennedys in general,
as
they
much
get
work as
that,
he does, he seems like it's crazy because it seems like we can't say certain things about the jabs or the vaccines, right?
but he can.
He can. He can say every. I can repeat word for word exactly what this motherfucker has said about the fucking
Tucker
vaccines,
Carlson too,
and they can
Joe
fucking say that
Rogan.
shit. Yup. And they.
What's that dude's name that he talks? He's British, so
Oh
he
yeah, I know. He's like with the BBC or some
Russell
shit like
Brand.
that. Yeah, yeah. I know who
Russell
that is.
Brand. He's his YouTube channel. Why ain't he banned? See what I'm saying, bro? Like something ain't adding the fuck up. Because you can't tell me that YouTube lets him say it just because he's got a big following. That doesn't even make fucking sense. That makes even more sense to silence the
Right.
motherfucker. So how the fuck can Joe
Right.
Rogan say what the fuck he wants? Tucker Carlson, goddamn Andrew Tate. He'll say that
Right.
he's getting banned, but the bitch ain't banned. Where you banned
I
at?
think that's why there are plants, man. It's all,
Got to be,
yeah,
bro.
all of them. Martin Luther King,
Because
like,
if Osama bin Laden can be a plant, then fucking Russell Brand can be
oh
a
my
plant.
goodness. Then so can fucking
RFK,
RFK, Martin Luther King, nigga, Rosa Parks, fucking Tupac,
Donald
Biggie,
Trump.
Donald
Fuck it.
fucking Trump. Yeah, I mean, because a lot of people making him out to be, you know what I mean, like a super secret agent spy, which is a possibility. He could be. He could be a guy on the inside just doing what they were doing to everybody else and blackmailing the fuck out of these niggas. He could be.
Well, hey,
Who
think
fucking
about it,
knows?
bro. Before Donald Trump got up there and started telling everybody that America was shitty, how many people actually believed that America was shitty and it needed to be great again?
Right.
Probably not until the last person said it, which was motherfucking Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was an actor just like goddamn Donald Trump. They put his ass in the fucking office and he ran on the slogan of make America great again. What the fuck, bro? It's the same shit over and over. I mean, come on,
Right.
man.
Right.
And it says it in the fourth turning, the book.
Oh
Says it.
shit. I'm sorry. I'm really laughing. I'm just
No
realized
Diddy.
that this
And
dude
how do
Bruce
we know
Wayne's
Diddy did any of that shit, bro?
look at Bruce Wayne's cover photo.
Yeah, I see it.
That's got
But think
Drake on
about it,
it.
homie.
Yeah.
How do we know that Diddy wasn't working for the motherfuckers and he didn't incriminate all these motherfuckers? And how do we know that these three-letter alphabet agencies didn't go at all these rich, influential people and say this? We got you on tape, bitch. Pay up or go down.
Be-
Do we really think that the government is only fucking the little guy?
nah, but
Because I don't think
nah,
so.
but I just there's more than the reason why is it is like
Just
it
like the
is with
Epstein
Diddy.
shit, bro.
Yeah,
This
the
motherfucker
reason why
was involved with all kinds of people.
I know, but the reason why it is like it is with Diddy is because, but even in the community, the hip hop community, and even in the black community, like in the black hip hop community, like that's not like a unknown thing for him to be doing freaky shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was, from Jack
Right,
Black
but I
life
mean, I'm
to,
talking
you know
about
what I
like
mean?
the
Yeah,
trafficking part
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
rape and all that
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I'm
at
not.
the,
I don't think that. I
at
think
the
that
end of
he's
the
like,
day, why would I believe that P Diddy would have to rape somebody unless I was told and it was put in my brain that he's out here raping people? You know what I mean? I'm not saying he didn't
nah, I don't
rape
think he
nobody. I'm
raped
just saying
nobody. I think he might have paid people to do freaky shit with him.
right. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's not against the law.
No, it ain't.
It might be
And
against your morals, whoever's morals, but it doesn't make it
right,
wrong.
right. It don't.
It don't make it
Because
right either. It just don't make
nah,
it
bro.
nothing. It's just what he
People not
wanted to
thinking
do.
about it like that though, bro. Because people thinking about it as motherfuckers taking advantage of people, and people are being taken advantage of. Like you might have a young upcoming artist, hip hop artist, and Diddy will take advantage of you completely. We already know. Look at his contracts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we already know he take advantage of people, right? But you don't have to sign the contract though, right? You know what I mean? So like
Exactly.
there's no karmatic return for him when he does it the way that he's doing it. So you just signed up to do some freaky shit. You didn't even know you signed up to do some freaky shit because the only way you about to come out and make millions of dollars is if you get down with some freaky shit.
Yep.
Otherwise, you gonna get even, you know what I mean? Like all them girls with Danity Kane, like them niggas just took a check and shut the fuck up. Everybody just took a check and shut the fuck up. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, and that's how it always is
And
though with
then
any type of thing.
afterwards, after they spend the money, is when they
Yeah.
start talking
Yes, when they
because they
get
need some
pissed.
more motherfucking money.
Yeah, because they need someone. They didn't already sold themselves out. You know what I mean? And but you know, there's a
And they
lot of
can't do a goddamn thing in the industry because the inside industry knows you've been used up and we don't want you. You got too much bullshit attached to you. No, no, no.
and then you just do the research on. That's what's funny how he has you know Drake up there. Bruce has Drake as his fucking profile picture right there and shit because of what's going on in the industry right now with the whole rap beef and shit. And it's just wow how the whole economic system is down 6% or some shit like that, and music is up 8%.
Yeah.
Music
Yeah,
and
I mean, think about it. You got the beef tracks
yeah,
with the biggest fucking artists
yep.
or diss tracks. What do you want to call it? I heard one by Kendrick. He got Drake so far. He told
Yeah,
him,
I
"I don't
guess.
like nothing about you. I'm a hater, bitch. I
Yeah,
don't
who
like how
Drew
you
Kendrick?
walk. I don't
Yeah.
like how you dress. I don't like the clothes you wear." Oh
Hey, but you
god,
know how
yeah.
many fucking dumbass motherfuckers is letting that whole Kendrick was doing. He's a poet, nigga. He's dogging you with real rap. Like dog, like Drake is like Drake is using social media and memes and shit like that to
He said,
dog
"I
fucking.
like Drake when he harmonizes, not when he battle raps."
Right. Drake is a straight up
And it's
pop
like, bro,
artist.
it's like Drake, you got to just stay in your lane, homie, because in all reality, you might be able to come up with
Yeah,
some good shit, but
he
you
is
ain't
in
gonna be
his.
able to deliver it like
Hold on.
Kendrick.
You're right, but look, he is in his lane though. Because if we talking about the music industry and who runs it, then he is. He had a bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
He fucking like his mom is Jewish. Not saying that
Hmm.
she's a Zionist. I don't know, but I know that he's Jewish. I don't know if they're Zionists, but according to the people that he hangs around and the deals that he's got and his record label, his management, just look up everybody's name and you'll realize that they're not the average just
Right.
Jewish person. They're more than likely a Jew Zionist.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I mean, he's 100% in his lane because he's
Yes.
a fucking actor.
Right. Thank you.
He is a talented individual,
Hmm.
and you can't take that from him.
Not at all.
Kendrick can't say you ain't talented. He
No,
can
he
say
can't.
anything else about him, but you can't say Drake can't rap, sing, and act and rap and perform because we know he can. You know what I'm saying? Now, you might be able to say, bitch, you don't write your own music.
The reason why he's the biggest thing ever, and they call him the sixth god and all this other shit, is some Jewish shit. It's
100%.
it's not even some fucking, you know what I mean? That's what people don't even realize. Like it's some fucking it's and not saying that it's like Judaism, because the practice of Judaism, you don't see
Right.
no real you don't see no orthodox Judaic rappers.
No,
Period.
I
Dog.
mean you like Weird Al Yankovic. He's Jewish. You know what I'm saying? And he dressed up like remember that shit he did a long
Yeah,
time ago. He
yeah,
dressed up like an Orthodox Jew
yeah,
for
yeah,
fun. But other than that,
yeah.
I've never seen. You know what I
No, me
mean?
neither. Me neither. I've seen some, like I said, I've seen some some Jewish, Judaic Zionists or Christian Judaic Zionists wearing a yarmulke and rapping and with the Israel flag wrapped around the
Hmm.
shoulders. I've seen that, but I've never seen, you know what I mean, a Judaic practicing Orthodox Jew be a rapper. Okay. And not saying that there isn't one. I'm just saying that me personally, I haven't seen one. And if there is one, I'm sure he doesn't rap like how everybody else raps. Because
Right. He
that's how
probably
Drake,
spitting
that's
in
how even,
Hebrew or
and I bet you
something.
they don't rap like Drake raps.
Yeah.
I don't think they out you he's not out here talking about fucking all the bitches and, you know, shooting niggas, because he definitely inferred that he
It's
shot
definitely
XXX Tension. You mean if you kept your mouth live, if you kept your mouth shut on that lie, maybe be a lie. That nigga XXX said, if something happens to me, Drake did it. Ain't
yep,
that some shit, nigga? So yeah, he's definitely in his motherfucking lane. Because if we go back to all the way to Russia, them niggas was doing the same thing over there, bro. They was murking niggas. And that was just like you ain't think like Orthodox Judaic Zionists were like literally murking niggas, but yeah, they don't like your laws, nigga. Dead.
exactly. Well, you know what? Perfect example is watch them videos from UCLA.
Yeah.
And you'll see at first it was, oh, we feel so sorry for the Jewish students there, they're getting picked on. And last night it wasn't like that. Last night they came out there and they beat the fuck out them people, and nobody would
Oh yeah,
help
bro. I'm glad you
the
brought
people that
that
was getting
up.
beat up.
We did start with that with the what the fuck. There was a comment that I wanted to make on that since with the what the fuck, and it was a comment I wanted to elaborate on after I said that we know that all Jews ain't Zionists, but what's going on in that college shit, I think that it's like they're trying to I think it's another acting thing. You know what I mean? Like you said, I think it's a way another acting thing.
I know that when I when I was watching one of those videos, they're only like 30 seconds, so it's hard to even
Yeah,
really get anything
yeah.
from it. But
I mean,
you could see the people with the flag, the Israel flag, and that doesn't mean that they're Zionist either. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
Does everybody with a American flag isn't a
America,
American terrorist or whatever these
right?
people are trying to make it out to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But anyway, the group that had the Israeli flag, bro, they were yelling USA, USA to the people that were pro Palestine. So it's like it's so motherfucking intertwined with each other and confusing that it's really hard to wrap your head around what the fuck is really going on.
I say
Because
you
you
know,
got
no
a
matter which
person holding
side you
up
pick,
you got two
you're
people
lost.
holding up different flags, and one of them is
Yeah.
screaming for a place that don't even fucking exist, and the other one is screaming for a place that supposedly is part of the reason why they're doing bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
It doesn't make sense. And also, these are the same fucking colleges that popped off with the BLM riots.
Ooh, it's all
So are these
crazy, man.
colleges communist?
Bro, I truly think that we're going to see just a whole. It's just going to be a continuous stream of bullshit, right?
Yeah, until this bitch breaks down or
Yeah. Yup.
fucking or
Yup.
until they decide to say fuck it, and we're gonna wipe all the bullshit out.
Yes. I
And
mean,
that could be done with a purge.
yeah, a purge could happen, bro. I don't, man, it's so crazy. And I honestly, I enjoy it. A lot of people find, fear in it, because it can be sometimes a fearful kind of topic. Because no matter how much we don't think that this is affecting us, it is. Like people don't even realize while all of that was going on, there's been 40 motherfuckers killed in Chicago by shootings. You think
Right.
that this is all recent? Everything is recent. Like then there's been 8 different shootouts with
Well,
cops
I was
and
about to
people died.
say 4 cops got killed, what, 2 days ago? And there's been like, several
So that's
different
why we
shootouts
we
for
come
police
here and say
officers.
what the fuck, because I mean, obviously it's election season, right? We know it. Trump's literally on trial right now. The nigga's literally on trial, and you know what's so funny is that as soon as he said that, man, I've been indicted. I be on trial so much. The black community, starting to like me more. And then now all of a sudden he's on trial again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yep.
it's so crazy how the narrative is just like you could read it, I just think people need to look inside themselves and ask like really what the fuck is going on. You can't lose focus in all of this shit, man. Like this shit ain't about to stop. This shit ain't nothing that they tell us is fucking truth. You know what I mean? Like we're not gonna run out of oil or resources and all this
No.
extra. You know what I mean? Like none of that shit's about to fucking happen, bro. Like they just want to create panic and scarcity amongst the humans. The climate change type of shit. Like nobody can prove any of this shit, bro. You know how many fucking listen, y'all want to know how many boring as fucking climate change fucking meetings with Congress that I sat through,
Right, exactly.
a
Well,
waste
how
of
about
my
this?
fucking time, bro. I swear to gosh, y'all. Like, I did it for y'all. I should make a video about how I sat through this shit so y'all didn't have to. And I told, everybody I tell, I'm like, bro, just climate change ain't shit, bro. That ain't nothing, bro. I don't know what the fuck it is.
They've
All
got
this,
no proof on that. And think about this too. So if you believe that in your maximum 110 years or whatever of living here on this planet, that climate change is going to destroy the planet unless we do something about it right now,
yeah.
then you're a little fucking naive and you're probably a little narcissist also to think that it's everything's revolving around your life.
Oh
This
yeah.
fucking planet has been here for I don't even fucking know how long. I don't
If that,
know.
or even if it is a planet, this reality, this
Right,
consciousness,
whatever this shit is,
whatever it
right?
is, has
So if
definitely
climate
existed
change
long.
is going
Yeah,
to destroy the planet, it's
yeah,
supposed to.
right,
While
right.
you're alive, if that happens, then it's just
Yeah,
oh,
I
man.
agree, man. I completely agree. And I like to come and say what the fuck about this shit. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, we don't got time for that. We trying to get this bag. We trying to get this cheddar. And best believe we on that same mission. Visit thinkhighcrew.com. Get yourself a new bucket hat that just got released. Bitcoin halving shirts are now up on the website as well. If you want space on the website, or would you like to, I guess you want to say, promote your business through our podcast, feel free to hit us up. We will oblige anybody who's trying to do business with us, as long as you ain't on no fuck shit. Yeah, so everybody out here just trying to on a hustle, trying to get a bag. And I'll tell you right now, you know what I mean? When you can sit back and ask yourself what the fuck is really going on, you can fuck around and find out what you need to be doing. You know what I mean? So like during all of this shit,
Oh,
so the fuck what? You know what I mean? Watch all of it, be entertained by it because that's what it's really there for to do. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, everybody has a choice. And if we really wanted to, we ain't none of us had to participate in this shit tomorrow if we don't fucking want to. But shit, I've already not been participating as much as I can. You know what I mean? Like shit, I can't. You know what I mean? We can't
right.
make
It's
it make
hard to
another
not
motherfucker.
participate any more than I'm already doing. Shit, a
Right.
motherfucker. I was going to just go live in a goddamn pond or something.
Right.
That's about the only way. And then they're still gonna come out there tomorrow. Well, you can't
Ah!
be. What about your carbon, sir? Your carbon.
Sir, you're gonna if you want to use that windmill, you're gonna need wind rights, sir. You need
Yeah,
wind
yeah.
rights.
You can't collect any water out here in the woods. That's against the law.
Sir,
Fuck out of
yeah.
here. But yeah, we'll be
So
back Friday. For
absolutely.
Fire Music Friday. Um, yeah, visit thinkhighcrew.com and think about what you see and what you're told. Ask yourself, why do you believe it? And then if that stirs up like some thinking inside of you, then ask yourself, why would somebody want me to think that's happening?
Mm,
Is there a reason why? And then if there is a reason, if it's got anything to do with money or power, then there could be some foolery going on.
hmm I think that we should all learn that what's really important, what the fuck is really important is you and me, is you, us. We're really what's important. So if you just focus on your self improvement, you know what I mean, then like you'll be a better human for everybody else around you. But you just gotta know when it comes to this shit, it's gonna be a lot of fuckery, and it's fun to sit back and be like, "What the fuck is really going on?" Because, like I said, it all bring you back to yourself. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? You'll be like, well, I'll be damned because if all of this shit is telling me to do this and that and distracting me, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna sit
Yep.
back and I'm gonna do what I need to do for me and enjoy the shit. Like I'm down here tending to my babies right now, got my plants going, talking some bullshit with my humans online. We gonna drop this episode and we'll be back Friday to play some fucking music and celebrate. Oh, I'd like to tell y'all to look forward to us having more of a production coming to you. We're working on visuals, whether it be AI or animation or even maybe even fucking coming together and fucking getting on an RV or some shit and driving around parts of the world in the studio on the bus or some shit. I don't know, one summer. I don't know. We've been talking about a lot of different shit. We got crypto, we got NFTs coming soon, a whole collection dropping. We also got a dope ass Web3 product that we'll be releasing for everybody to enjoy. It's going to be a fantastic ride. So just stay tuned to the Think High Crew and visit us again at thinkhighcrew.com. And we'll catch y'all Friday. Oh, yeah. Once again, while we're switching to this production type, we might slow down a little bit on the lives, but we'll still be here and we'll definitely be dropping some shit for you. So, yeah, I think that's about all I wanted to say. My bag, no, we kind of went, 2 hours or an hour and a half, which is all good.
I'm just trying to make it out to Caliuga. All this fucking darkness, you know how we do it. All these guns and drugs, you know how we do it. Get it out that mud, you know how we do it. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it out to Caliuga. All this fucking darkness, you know how we do it. All these guns and drugs, you know how we do it. Ain't no fucking love, you know how they do us.
Yeah, eyes out, they want a nigga blind to this shit. Fuck around, find out, niggas really God in this bitch. Just watch how I move. It's all in my genes, DNA of an 80s baby. I should've been born with a triple beam, now that's balance. Bitch, I trap hard, NASCAR with that pack. Hit the gas, make them circle back. Niggas got Jesus running laps. Told them then I keep with that bag. I'm in the 12th house with them 9 guys, pushing fire all through this tripod, holding yo God in the glass. Left the field talk for them field niggas. Whips and chains all real killer. No mask on so it feel realer. I'm not black, I'm God. Still nigga, so try Jesus, don't try me, or you gon' end up in your fucking grave quicker, nigga.
I'm just trying to make it out to Caliuga. All this fucking darkness, you know how we do it. All these guns and drugs, you know how we do it. Get it out that mud, you know how we do it. Yeah, I'm just trying to make it out to Caliuga. All this fucking darkness, you know how we do it. All these guns and drugs, you know how we do it. Ain't no fucking love, you know how they do it.